guys, welcome back to Veniece, where we are on our urban homesteading journey, one project at a time. We are picking up where we left off on the last video. The sourdough bread has been in my fridge for a little bit over a day or two. But we just ran out of our previous bread that I made, so we are going to be finally baking the sourdough. So as I said on the previous video, I wish I had my mic and you guys could hear me properly. I'm annoyed, so I am definitely gonna buy a mic. My husband keeps encouraging me to buy one as well, so I'm gonna buy a mic. But we are going to be building our coffee station in our kitchen. I'm so excited for it. I'm trying not to talk while I work because, again, the mic. I'm so excited for it. I've been wanting to do a coffee nook, but like area in the kitchen for a long time. Right now, our coffee station is taking up valuable real estate, and I do not like that. I'm at calm when my counters are more clear than not. So because of that, I am gonna be moving the coffee area to the other side of the kitchen where we have our breakfast. I think hopefully it will work. I'm gonna build 2 shelves. We can use it for decor. We can also use it for, again, coffee stuff. So we're gonna be working on that today, and I'm highly excited for it. This again is one of those videos that are not in the garden, but it is something that I'm very passionate about. Interior design, making things beautiful. You guys know this. I am very passionate about it, and I love it. Like I enjoy it so much. So you're gonna be seeing me do a lot of that in this season and the next. So if you guys enjoy that type of video, let me know. I'm all about the transformation, all about the upgrades without having to spend the money. So yeah, let's do it. Let's just finish off this sourdough. I'm hoping it didn't overproof. I don't have a razor or a knife to score my sourdoughs, which sucks, and I will eventually get one, invest in them. I've been making sourdoughs for a while. Like if you go back to videos even a year ago or 2 years ago, I think I was making sourdoughs. So it is about that time that I get a knife, but it's okay, not a big deal. I just use a razor, sorry. I just use a sharp knife. I do try to make pretty designs, even with my little sharp knife. So this is a little design that we made. When making sourdough bread, you wanna have your oven warming up and warmed up for like an hour. Like you would have your Dutch oven in there for an hour, you're good to go. I honestly don't have to do that with my gas stove. I don't know why, but it tends to burn my sourdough. I don't like that. So I wait till it's fully warmed up and then I put it in. And that's it. Like I don't wait the hour with my Dutch oven. I put my sourdough bread right in, right when my oven is ready. And I bake it for the time that's allotted, and that's it. So if you guys want a more in-depth video about sourdough making and stuff like that, let me know. Again, I am not an expert on anything, and I honestly feel like a lot of people aren't experts on everything, but I can show you what I'm doing. So let me know. Outside's gonna rain, or it's raining. So we're gonna be doing this inside my garage. My garage is not clean. That's one of the projects I have for us in the next few months, is cleaning up, building some storage. But until then, we're gonna be cutting down the framing. I already did some previously. So I'm just gonna be adjusting the internal frame for one of the shelves because I made it too long. So I'm gonna cut that down, and then I'm gonna build the other frame. I already cut down the pieces, so I'm happy about that. Once I'm done the internal frames, I'll start working on the body. So let's just do this. I'm not going to be talking too much to you guys, mainly because, again, the mic. I know I'm going to keep talking about it, and I'm sorry. But I don't want you guys to be annoyed of the sound. So we'll do it together.
First, what we're doing here is we are making the frame for our shells. I originally did it off camera and made a mistake, so I adjusted it. But now I'm making the second frame because we are making 2 shells. I use pocket holes, and I am using the pocket holes to attach this part to the base. I'm not a construction worker, so the names I'm not the best with it, but I do what I can. As you can see here, I'm using my hand. That was one of the worst decisions. It made it so much harder to do. I eventually learned, and I use a clamp in order to keep the 2 pieces together, keep it aligned and straight, and it made it easier for me to drill it together.
I don't think it's going to rain today, so I'm thinking about taking everything outside, so I don't have to struggle so much with the spacing. It's warm, it's not bad outside, so I'm thinking about doing that today.
If you can see, I'm pulling the plywood that I have leaned against my wall in my garage. As I said, I am not buying any new plywood for this project. I'm using all the stuff that I have around the house in order to save on cost. I struggled on how I was going to get this on the floor. First, I was going to use the table. I decided to put it on the floor. The only problem with that is our floor, as you can see, is not level. But it worked. I was able to cut down or rip down the plywood. And that's all that matters, really, is use what you have to get what you want. I'm not sure if you guys want the actual plans, but I'm using plywood, and they are 11 inches wide for the top and the bottom. So I'm going to need 4 of them. So I'm ripping down 4 pieces for the top and bottom of my shells. The length is 94 originally, but you guys are going to see what's going to happen. But they're 94, and I'm using 1. So I measured 1, and then I'm using it to cut the rest, so I don't have to continue to measure. I don't have a stop block, so I'm making do with what I have. And you're going to see it actually worked really well. All of them came out to be the exact same length. I did the same thing for my face frames. This is a 1x4, and I'm using that to cover the edge of the plywood just to finish it off. And I need 2 of them, so I'm using 1 to measure the other.
Okay, guys, I'm pissed. I'm a lot pissed. I did not calculate. Oh my god. So my face frames, I made the same length as my top and bottom, which I shouldn't have, because I need to account for the depth of the side frame. So I think I'm gonna have to make my top and bottom shorter to account for my face frame, you guys. I'm so annoyed. Well, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. it is what it is. I am not going to go out and get new 1x4s. I don't have the time to do that. So let's just shorten the plywood.
So this is where I made the main mistake. I did pocket holes on one of the plywood in order to attach the face frame and forgot that I could just use a nail gun with some wood glue, which is what I did for everything else. But you're gonna see here, I wanted to make sure I left this in so you guys can see all the mistakes that I made, because it took me an entire day to get to 2 shelves done. But I did learn my lesson. I'm using wood glue, I used clamps to keep it together, and then I used a nail gun to secure it, because this is not for structure, this is just a finishing piece, so it should be fine. I don't think it's going to fall off, but I did waste a lot of screws and did some pocket holes for one of the plywoods. And this is what I was talking about. So the plywood needs to be short enough to have the side frames fit within the front face frame. So my face frames are 94. The front one is 94 inches. The internal plywood needs to be around 92 and a half inches in order to account for the 1/4 inch on both sides. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Because honestly, I cannot believe I made that mistake. Something that I struggled with as well is I don't have the right clamps. Again, this thing took me a lot longer because I used what I had. Because I didn't have the right clamps, long enough clamps, I had to shimmy things around, try to get it off of the table in order for me to be able to use the nail gun in the right angle. It was a whole thing. So here you see me measuring out where I want to put the shelves. This is phase 1 of this project. I plan to do something with the the base of this area. So I am measuring it to be 20 inches from, or 18 inches from the mini fridge. So around 21 inches from, 21 inches from the credenza. So it looks a little bit higher, but that's just for now. The next phase, it will be different. After that, I also needed to cut out the board. So me and Quinn made this accent wall when we first moved into the house. I still love this accent wall, but I did need more function, not just beauty. So that's why we're putting the shelves here. Once I cut this out, it's pretty simple. I can't wait for next week video. I'm going to be doing these types of videos probably every Friday, and our garden videos will be every Tuesday. So Friday, you'll be seeing a lot more renovations, a lot more interior design, some cooking, things like that. So next week, we will complete this area together for phase 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing the process. I am not going to sugarcoat. This was a lot of work, and if you don't have the time, it's impossible to do. Right now I have the time, so I'm trying to get as much done as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.